Is a treatment more relevant than a script or vice versa in a meeting?
Is it
a treatment script?
Sure. I mean, it's important to have both. You know,
both.
Come in with as much material as you can. Obviously, a network or a network executive or a studio head is probably going to read the treatment first. You know, they're not going to just read the entire.
Well, they want to see a script
Sure,
for sure,
absolutely.
but the treatment needs to be very solid. These days, it's harder to pitch a show or a movie or anything with just a treatment. You need something that's really fleshed out in terms of the voice, because it takes so much work to go from a treatment to a script. Typically, they want to start with a script. It's much easier to go from there. Yeah.
And I'm just going to ask a question that may not occur to you guys yet, but I'm definitely thinking about it. What is BET looking for in terms of shows right now?
Sure. Well, BET's audience is primarily female. We're about 65% female, so we need a lot of good, your whatever it is that you're pitching, whether it's scripted, reality, or anything else, it should be, it should have a female entry point, a strong female.
Age-wise?
Well, the primary points in terms of our age demographic is 18 to 39, but we actually skew a little younger. It's more like 22, 24. But certainly there needs to be a balance in terms of male and female, family friendly, obviously, especially with a lot of our new scripted projects, Read Between the Lines, The Game, that sort of thing. But you really want it to be unique, edgy, something that you can be proud of, that's going to really shine. That's unique, but also that is something that as an African American network, especially, is something that we can be proud of.
But just to add to that, not only BET, I mean, there are a lot of networks out there now, and you just really have to research and figure out outside of BET, because a lot of networks right now are buying a lot of African American programming. You have VH1, you have WeTV, and several other networks who are also looking for African American content. So, just really look at the different types of networks that you really want to take your ideas to. But obviously, BET is a great network. It is all right.
Rap City, what?
It's true though.
A question right here. And your name is?
Tweety. Jazzy was asking me how much did how much did it cost for me to do this? I didn't spend nothing gas money and nothing. I got a crew together. We worked it. We did it. And now I have the pilot, and it's a story that goes out to all women, because I was in the life, from everything with the pimps, the prostitutes, the players,
Come on now.
the dope men, and all that. And I have a story to tell, and I'm just, and my story goes out to all the women in here, like I bumped my head hard, because I didn't have no guidance. My mother left me at the age of 7, and I had to raise myself. So, I'm asking these women, you read my book, you don't have to bump your head like I did, because I bumped my head hard, and I've been through it, and I've been through a lot. And I came back to Detroit to tell my story. And my story started in Detroit. And I just want everybody to know that, it ain't easy. It ain't easy raising yourself, and I've been through it. And Martha, I love you. My sister knows you. She's a blues singer, Lady Gigi in LA. And I just thank y'all.
Is here is how do you get a studio interested in producing your book into a movie? So what would be one of the first steps, and how would you go about pitching it? Do you just give them the trailer and give them the book and say call me, or what do you do?
I mean, it's it's really hard to protect ideas. Obviously, I'm sure your book is registered and it's published.
Yeah.
Sure, and we talked earlier.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's coming to events like this and meeting with industry professionals, networking, and like I was telling you, I would definitely love to check out your pilot and give you some feedback. But definitely, like I said, just finding some type of representation. can't just really, I mean, you can. I mean, there are platforms. I mean, a lot of people put their stuff out on YouTube and, you know, different
Is that a good
Facebook.
idea? Like,
I mean,
if I have an idea for a reality show, should I put it out on YouTube, or is somebody gonna take my idea?
I mean, yeah, I mean, that's one thing that you know, you would actually have to, you know, worry about. I mean, you can't really, it's really hard to really protect an idea, and, you know, you just, yeah, you can have.
I would write it down and get the idea registered, you know, as much as you can. And also, you know, when you have things that you're pitching to people, look at, you know,
another level.
look at
As far as I've done a hair show, weddings, birthdays, I do a lot of things in the community as far as hair. But what I want to know is how can I get out into the BETs and into the backstages of different places that I know you guys need hair and makeup, but if I don't know anybody, it's hard for me to get into, you know, get back there. So I'm glad to be here, and hopefully I want to meet somebody who can lead me in the right direction to get backstage and do some hair.
That's an awesome question. Y'all clap for that real quick. Now, clap for that real quick. That's an honest question. I like that. Never should have made it.
Yeah, you know, we're absolutely, you know, producers and networks, they're always looking for, you know, crews and makeup artists and you know, it's really about networking, meeting, getting out there, you know, putting yourself out there, putting your work out there, you know, getting a website, you know, all sorts of things. There's, you know, there's all sorts of platforms nowadays where you can put your work. I'm sorry.
An application.
Oh, an
Is
application.
there a way to apply to different places so they
You know,
can
those
see me,
jobs
or
typically
how?
are gone before they could even ever be posted, if that was the case, because it's
Aggressiveness.
yeah, it's a word of mouth type of thing.
No.
And a lot of celebrities come with makeup artists and
Yeah.
you know things like that. But like I said, it's really about putting yourself out there and you know
And
branding yourself.
Katarina, she hires
She-
people. Yeah.
And here's another thing. Nobody else can be a better publicist than you are yourself. I would have never known that you are a makeup artist if you didn't open your mouth. So if you come, you heard about me or you heard about other people, and if you get a nice lookbook, prepare something nice, represent it to somebody, make an appointment, make the calls, you have to call. You have to be the one to go and tell people and ask people and stand for yourself, because I don't know who you are. Nobody knew who I was, but I was like, hi, Miss Franklin, can I design your dress? Can I work on your CD? Can I do this? So that's how you have to do it. So you have to
That's
research.
sweet. Y'all clap. She's got a job. She wants your information.
Artist or certain band, when he did the background singer's hair. Leah said, wow, who did you guys' hair? Oh, that's John and James Gooden. Wow, you know, so sometimes you can come and network with not just the artists, but with the singers or some of the dancers on the tour, and then they can in turn go back and the artist will see your work.
Steps. Make a little noise, y'all. Make a little noise, somebody. Come on, y'all. Put the question right here real quick.
Yep, it looks like we got 5 people in
We got
line. The
Two more
gentleman-
questions. Two more.
No, the gentleman in the red coat, you'll be our last question.
In the red coat, way back in the back. Lord have mercy. We're going to be here. I'm just saying. Your name is?
Let's start rushing.
Let's start rushing.
I am actually an artist, also a songwriter. I had the opportunity to write for a lot of artists around Detroit and Madison area. I've networked a lot, so I've come across a lot of people who are very successful. But my question is, how do you find A&Rs or get in contact with A&Rs for myself? I see everybody else so successful around me. I think my time is coming. I'm being patient, but at the same time, it's just like, how do you go about actually getting in contact with these people? And I also have one more question. It's a 2-part question. I write these songs for a lot of artists. Some songs I don't give away because I try to shop them out to actual celebrities. And one of my songs was actually stolen by an artist who he's a songwriter and an artist for Asylum Records. How do you prevent stuff like that? Because I was really upset.
Definitely, you have to copyright your material, even if it's just an idea. As soon as you get it, you know, in written form or in recorded form, you have to send it out to the Library of Congress and copyright your work. You know, put up a CD of the work. So if you have to go to court and have to prove that these were your original songs, you'll have a date, and they're gonna have a stamp on that copyright, and that's gonna prove the date that song was created and who the original writers are. For your next second question, a friend of mine is in the audience, Duran Goff. He wrote Champagne Life for the Neo. And he's also wrote on Janet Jackson's album.
Jam, yo. Champagne Life.
Can you come here? Can you answer this right quick, like really short, briefly?
Big fella, sharp. To your platform real quick. Platform real quick,
Get
yo.
the royalty checks. Song paychecks.
Like a young Medgar Evans with that haircut.
Just right quick, definitely like Kernan said, you definitely want to copyright your work. To shop, it's very easy now to shop to A&Rs. A whole lot easier than it was back in the day of Motown and even increasingly during when Thriller was hot, what have you, Michael Jackson. What you want to do is find out who's who on Twitter, Facebook, because they're very available at that point. I'm a music producer myself in the industry, working right now. Currently working in the studio with Alicia Keys, Keisha Cole, and Carrie Hilson. I just got a call yesterday.
Yo, clap for that. Clap for that. Hold up, he working. He got a job. Clap for that. In the name of Jesus, clap for that.
So you're a songwriter. I'm a producer. I mean,
The
it's
song that I actually want to shop is a song I want to give to kids.
yeah. It's all about, once again, Bill McKinley, where you're at. Thank you for this event because it's because of this event that we're
Good job, girl.
That's the best way. Just really get familiar with who's who. Read the back of album credits and stuff like that. Find out who makes the decisions in the project, what have you. Just carry it on from there. So.
All right, y'all clap for that. Y'all clap for that. Y'all clap for her. The star. Clap for the star, y'all. See what's on around. My man right here.
If you don't know me, I'm the creator of Torrance Productions, Detroit Talent UTV. We've done a lot of local TV show type production and moved into the movie arena with some of the local film producers in Detroit and Michigan. But you know, I'm gonna say the word is kind of a dirty word. It's not brought out enough. That's why I say that. Say it 3 times. Not that low. That's you might. Distribution, distribution, distribution. You know, and just I know that we could take a class, a 3-year class in distribution, but just for independent artists that's making the cakes here, making the films here, making the TV shows, the records, how can we, what's the easiest way to link our projects with mid-level distribution? Because major distribution isn't always available. We know that because of the content and magic that we put in the films are limited budgets. But there must be a way to get in on the level of distributing these products that we're making that would make sense to start off.
Good question. Anybody?
Well, these gentlemen right here, that was their
That's a hard question.
Yeah, Alex Street actually could probably answer that.
Come on, Isaiah Thomas.
You know, I deal with a lot of different people across the planet and involves distribution. And the hardest thing, and the one thing that I think that is missing in our industry here in Michigan is the fact that we don't have a mechanism set up for distribution. Distribution is set up as you walk in, you're Charlie Brown, you have one product. Distributors have a hard time dealing with you because you're a one-time Charlie. They're not interested in that. There needs to be a mechanism put in place that will house not 10 properties, but 100 properties, so that those properties can be distributed worldwide and people can get paid. It's too hard to distribute one piece of properties. It's like making a diamond ring. Now, make 1,000 of them, sell them. And that's the way it works. Hopefully that helps.
Good question. Y'all clap for that real quick, y'all. Clap for that real quick. Clap for that real quick. Another question right here. My man right here. I'm gonna let him say his name real quick.
My name is Ramon, more affectionately known to most of the audience as Mr. Nice Guy. I own svmixradio.com, which is the first recognized mixed mode of internet broadcasting in the world. You kind of have to go out there to see what we do. My IT company developed it. It's all new. So like I said, I'm inviting Mr. Home of Senator